Hello folks, the sun's finally going down so I can sit outside and do some videos without being blinded or with the shadows just making everything. But we are on a trip, and it's a big trip. I guess it's a couple of weeks, but I'm going places where I've been before and I've done videos on them before, so I'm not going to take a lot of time to do a lot of video review of them and hiking and stuff like that. You'll have to look at the prior videos, and I'll put them up over here somewhere. The first place we stopped was Watsadler Campground, Watsadler. It is a Corps of Engineers campground on Hartwell Lake, Hartwell. Hartwell Lake. It's the border from South Carolina and Georgia, right up at the corner. But I've stayed there 5 or 6 times because it's really a nice campground, and I've always stayed there in the early spring or winter. And in the winter, only half of it is open, so only the lower numbers, 1 to 23, are the only sites that are open. But they've got water and electric, and they have a really nice bathhouse. So I've always enjoyed staying there. The only problem with it is that it's right on the lake. All the sites are on the lake, which is great in the summer, but it's breezy and cold in the winter. So we kind of huddle in the trailer. Even we've been there with the A-liner about 4 times, and twice with the wolf pup. Just to give you a quick best sites going through the whole park: 5, 6, 8, 9, 12, 13, 19, 20, 25, 27. Never get 23. 23 is an awful site. It's the first site I ever stayed there on. You're kind of like, you have to drive through other people's sites to get to your site, and then you're cowed by them. But anyways, 34, 37, 42, 47, and 37 and 47 are double sites, but they're really nice. They're so big, and they're out on the point, and they're really nice. 48, 49, and that's it. They only go up to 51. But above, as I said, above 23, it's usually closed until May. But they do have 2 really nice bathrooms. And it's a nice campground. And right down the road from them is another campground that has no facilities. Well, it does have a bathhouse. It does have a really nice bathhouse, but it's only $14 a night. While Watsadler, I think, is $24 a night. But the other one is right on the river below the dam, and it's really nice. It's a very small campground, and but it does have a lot of nice sites, and it's got a nice bathroom. I don't know if there's showers in there. I've never been there when it was open. It's got a very short season. It's like June 1st to September 1st or something like that, or just after Labor Day. You know, there's on Lake Hartwell Lake, there's about 12 different state parks and private campgrounds and things like that. So that's a really good area. A lot of nice stuff. There's a big RV dealership in the town of Hartwell. When you go camping, people's dogs should not bark nonstop. You know, it's great that I have Akila who never barks. But so there are some of the sites for Watsadler. And then we went from all the way through Georgia, from one side to the other, to FDR State Park. And that's a park I stayed at 10 years ago. And it would appear that they have rebuilt the entire campground since then. So in 2015, when I first got the A-liner, I came to FDR State Park in Georgia, and I did a video of it, but it was with a little tiny Instamatic camera, and it's an awful video. I did watch it before I came here again to try to figure out what site I stayed at, because I loved the site I stayed at. And I realized once I got here that it was site 528, and it's in an area all by itself. It's on Area 5. The campground is, this is a map of the campground, or the park. And the campground is just up here. They don't have a real campground map, but the area I stayed at originally is up here in Area 5. And this time I'm down here in Area 3, which is really a sucky site. It's not really bad. We have all this space in front of me is clear forest on a hill, but we're right across the street from, we're like 20 feet from the one of the camp hosts who has a dog, some kind of a boxer. And we're right next to the bathhouse, so there's a lot of people coming by and doing things, but it's not, it looks like they've rebuilt the entire park. It's got fresh stone everywhere. On the site that I was on, it had, when I was here in 2015, the site I was on was a nice gravel stony thing, and you didn't track it into the camper or anything. Now it's all fresh stone and dust, and it's pretty dirty. But they have 5 bathhouses here. And they don't really have that many people. They don't have that many sites. FDR Roosevelt State Park is a really nice park. It's got a lot of stuff here. They have a big lake that you can put a boat in, or you can rent a boat. They have paddle boats, and they have canoes and kayaks. You have to rent them up at the reservation area. It's got, I think every site is water and electric. Some of them are sewer. They do have, I guess they do have some tent-only sites. Some walk-in sites that don't have electricity. But it's Franklin used to come to Georgia and soak in the hot springs to help his polio, and also he had a girlfriend down here. But it's it's an area that the CCC really did a job making it a beautiful place. And it was, when I came here in 2015, it was just absolutely gorgeous. Right now, they've made, I think, every campsite that was more than 20 feet apart, they put a new one next to it. And they redid the whole thing. I'm in the 300 loop, and there's 17 sites here on this loop, and it looks like it's a brand new road because it's all washed out. It looked like when it rained, it washed out. They did not make it very well. They just kind of leveled off and dropped stone on the road, and it just didn't stay. It's a nice park. It's in a nice area. The park is on Pine Mountain, and so you can go hiking the Pine Mountain Trail. It has a whole bunch of little loops that are like 2 or 3 miles, or you can do the whole thing, I think, which is 16 miles, and there were a whole bunch of senior citizens doing it. And there's they don't have swimming in the lake. They do have a swimming pool called the Liberty Bell Pool, which is way down the road from the campground. Although actually you can go out the back side. You couldn't, when I was here before, you couldn't get out the back side except for emergencies. And now you can get out the back or the front. There's gates on both, and you have a key card or a key number to get in and out. The other problem with this campground is that in between the sites, there are picnic areas, picnic pavilions, and they don't belong to the site. They belong to, everybody can use them. So I don't know if you get a site right next to one of those picnic pavilions if you don't have your room. You don't have the room around your site like you do when I'm surrounded by forest here, which is pretty nice. But if you come here, most of the sites are really nice sites. They're pretty level. They're good surface and everything. They have the electricity and water. They're within an easy walk to any bathroom. There's so many bathrooms. 2 of the bathrooms have regular shower heads, like with little holes in them, and 2 of the bathrooms have water spigot shower heads. So we're having a good time. No cooking or anything here. It's just kind of a quick running around and showing you some of the stuff. giving you an idea what the park looks like, and you can decide whether you want to come here. The one thing I gotta say about this park is I came to this park because I was told by another park that I had enough points to get a free night. So I came here and I said to them I wanted a free night, and they said I had to be here to get the free night. And now that I came here, the lady says they expired. And they must have expired over Christmas, because that's the only time I camp in Georgia is Christmas. And she says, yeah, they only last about 2 years. And it's like, jeepers. That made me mad. They should have taken them from when I made the reservation, because they told me I could have them. And she was just a host doing the thing, so and there were no manager or ranger or anybody around. So it was $45. The campground was expensive, and then on top of that, they add another daily $5 pass for your car. I said, well, if I just stay on my campsite, I don't need the pass, right? She goes, oh no, anybody with a car needs a $5 pass for people that have 2 cars or 2 motorhomes and stuff like that. It's like, oh man. So $45, that's way above my budget for camping fees. The sun's coming out. The sun came back out. That wasn't right. It's supposed to stay behind the trees. Anyways, I guess we're done with this. I got to throw the ball a couple more times for Aquila, because he's been locked in the car most of the day, and we've done a little hiking around, but not anything that's worth doing a video piece on. We'll be back to goofing around. The next place we go, we're staying for 4 days, so we should be able to get some hiking and some outdoor stuff and maybe some woodcraft and cooking and everything else. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. Don't miss the next videos. You know, the nice thing about subscribing is you don't have to catch them the day they come, because they won't fade away from your home page. They'll stay in your subscription feed. So, and I know a lot of people don't like to subscribe because you got to have your account. You got to have a YouTube account. But you know what? Google knows everything about you anyways. You might as well sign up for a YouTube account and enjoy. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. And your money is definitely appreciated. And, of course, all the views and all the comments are always appreciated. Let me know where you think I'm going. I might have told you already, but you would have had to watch that video. So leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye, folks. Looking off the mountain. We're on a road that just kind of follows the crest of Pine Mountain. Kind of like the Blue Ridge Parkway. But it's a little busier with all sorts of cars.